Well, hello everyone. It is time for a GT4. This is a replay of the race this afternoon. It was this afternoon for me. The GT4 Championship on Silvertone. Let's just take a quick peek at the standings here. So here are the top five. Derek Bird's in first place with 204 points, followed by Merch Parnoff with 194. And to Jeremy's surprise this afternoon, he is in third place at 185. Aaron Shannon and Kevin Torrance make up the rest of the field. And today's race, let's just go to it here, was not that well attended in the sense that not that many guys. Derek and Merch and Jeremy, top three guys, are in the field today, so they're definitely going. Let's just do a track walk here. I did not catch the qualification round for whatever reason. The replay doesn't catch that, so I didn't get that. We're just going to go straight to the race. So let's just do a little quick track walk since I have a great lot amount of time. Again, I'm doing this with the replay mode, so I won't be catching all the different things that you see in the normal ACC director. So in first place, pole position was Saunders today. He's pretty quick, I noticed in practice. And Derek Bird was not very far behind. Just slow that down a little bit. Merch is in third place in the BMW, followed by who is that? Jeremy in fourth place in the McLaren, and the Red Bull is Lister Langlois, and the Merc with Aaron Shannon, and last but not least, the good old Chevy with Kevin Torrance. So that is the track walk. Let's just go to a overview time thing, and let's just let this start rolling. I should start rolling any second now. Let's see what kind of views we get on the TV cam. Let's just go to the front. Maybe Derek. See if we get a good view on the TV screen. Yeah, we are going to get a good view. Here comes the green lights. Let's listen for the engine roar. I think that's the red line. There is the green start finish line. And here we go. Racing. Doesn't sound very loud, does it? There's Derek. Maybe I'll switch up to Saunders here. Saunders stayed in pole position. Well, not far behind was Bird, but looks like he is being passed by Merch right off the bat. Look at that. Let's just get in some driver views here. So yeah, nope, Parnoff did not pass Bird must have been a little bit behind him and passed him. So that's Derek up ahead. And Shannon, why don't we jump all the way back there? Interesting. Where is Jeremy? That's because Jeremy lost a bunch of spots. Let's just go back here. That's so interesting. We got lots of time here. Let's just go back to the beginning. I did not catch that. Let's try and find the overhead cam here. There we go. Let's just see what happened at the beginning to Jeremy. Let's see, where is everybody else here? These three guys. I'm going to back it up even more. There's quite a gap right at the beginning here. What the heck happened? So here we go. Let's just try that. Following along with Merch here. Maybe I'll follow along with Jeremy, because we did see the first three guys were off okay. There's quite a bit of gap there already at the start. I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway, there we go. So Jeremy is in the McLaren, that blue one on the left, I believe. So he lost a few positions there somehow. He's kind of in last place at this point. I think he makes up a spot. Then the inside, he makes up a spot for sure. Everybody took it fairly easy, long race. Not that many people. So Jeremy ended up in sixth place there at that start. So it's kind of a funny little start. So let's just follow along here with those three guys up ahead at the top podium. It looks like Eric is already given I believe this is Shannon in the Merc. Yep. A little bit of run for his money. So these tires are going to be awfully cold. The GT4s take quite a bit. Oh, he's working that corner. Working that corner nicely. No, he's got no air in his tire, no pressure in his tires. But Shannon may be taking it even easier. So let's go back here. Oh, Jeremy's not that far behind the Red Bull. And the good old Chevy. Did I listen to that nice sound? Chevy is not far behind either. Let's just take a look at the front, see what's happening. Okay, looks like we're spreading out a little bit here. They're trying to chase down Saunders. And Merch a little bit behind, just biding his time. But we have some action here. The first lap with Langlois is definitely pressuring here on the first round. And Jeremy, as usual, is just lurking behind, waiting for something to happen up front. And so is Kevin. Ooh, Jeremy's making a little bit of a move. Oh, Shannon went wide there. Let's see if Eric takes advantage of it. A little bit tentative there, touched his brakes coming out of that corner. Shannon did. So it looks like Eric has some pace on him. And that Alpine, I didn't notice that was an Alpine. Isn't that cool? He's got an Alpine going. I don't see that one too often. Then again, GT4, I'm not so sure what all the manufacturers are like. But Langlois sure does seem to be able to handle that Alpine. Oh, and Jeremy's making a move. He's got a lot of pace with that McLaren. Is he going to make it go? Looks like he's got the inside. And nice pass by Jeremy. Oh, and the Alpine goes wide and just went wide there and lost the back end. That's cool. So we've got some action already. So there's Jeremy now is going to chase down the Merc. So that was interesting. Eric just got a little bit over anxious and oversteered on that corner, and it looks like Jeremy's got some pace here. But he's gonna wait bide his time coming around here. He's gonna bide his time. We're only on lap 2. You know, Jeremy, he likes to play the long game. And Torrance is falling a little bit farther behind. And let's see what's going on up at the front here. There's the top 3 podium guys. They got a little bit of a spread between them. So this is not where the battle is. Right now it's between Jeremy. What happened here? Jeremy, and Shannon. So we'll follow these 2 along. So I don't know why GT4 is not that popular with guys. I'd be on it like Fat Man on a Smartie if I didn't play softball on Thursdays. That's why I'm doing a real. Oh, he went a little wide there. And Jeremy hung in there with a good corner. Hang on, this is a full speed corner. Let's see if the McLaren has pace on the Merc. Just flat out coming out of that corner, both of them. Not making up too much time. Let's see how far behind Torrance is. Look for the corner here. At the same braking point. Jeremy's a little bit on the inside. Stick with this one. A little bit more speed going into this long right-hander, and then comes out to long straight. Take a quick peek. No. Torrance is far behind, and Eric long wide. Oh, that McLaren seems to have some juice on the straights. It's a very high-speed corner, depending on how you take it. Just touch the brake a little bit to get a little bit of a weight shift. But Jeremy and Shannon are definitely the battle on the track here. Yeah, GT4s. I'd not able to always do it live, but it's like it's a lot of fun. Jeremy likes it. There he goes. He's got it now. He's got the pace, and let's see what happens at the corner. And Jeremy is going. Oh! Shannon outbroke. Just late break. Now is Jeremy going to be able to come inside? Shannon broke later than usual, I think, and was able to make that stick. Maybe he's just getting used to that Merc on this track. Yeah, quite a thing. Let's just see how we're doing with Torrance. caught up a little bit there. And up at the front, let's find Merch, I should say. Oh, these things are heating up a little bit. Merch is making up some time here on the top two guys. Now this is a pit stop race, so at some point people are going to have to stop for tires and gas if they like. Usually if you're going to make a pit stop, you might as well put a low amount of fuel in. Woo! Derek had a little bit of a wobble there in the Porsche. Everybody's running really low traction control. I know Derek was running a 1. Let's see what Saunders is running. Derek is running a 1 TC, and so is Saunders. Okay, so this is split up a little bit. Let's just go back here. Jeremy and now these three are together here. A lot more. There's Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy's ahead. Oh, we missed that pass. I gotta go back. Let's find out where that pass took place. Right here. So we are near the end of that track. So again, the Merc went wide. Shannon went wide. He didn't happen to him last time. Touched the brake a little bit at the wrong time. So it's just gotta get that. That corner dialed in there, because he has to touch the brake, and if he doesn't touch the brake, he seems to be going wide. So I'm sure you'll get that dialed in during the race, and we'll have some good battles again. Let's see how Lawrence is doing, and Eric is 4 seconds behind, but he's made up a second and a half, so that's. He'll be back into it, I'm sure, before the end of the race. So these three are in the midfield here, are just midfield. It's only 7 cars. In the midfield, they're just all fairly well matched. Nobody's pulling away from anybody else. It looks like Ponoff is just about almost a half a second behind Mr. Bird. And what is he in? He is in it. Ponoff's in a BMW as usual. I love the BMW. I love watching this because this is a 2 Series car, as we know. It's an M2, I believe. And I own a 2 Series BMW, so that's why I would have liked to have raced in GT4 this year. I own a 230, an M, a banded M, not a real M, an M235 convertible. So that's kind of a cool car I found. Got a great deal on used. And I've owned that for a while, but I'm just, while we're chatting here, I'm actually put in an order for a i4 electric, all-electric BMW. And if you don't know, BMW made a design decision when they went to electric cars, and they are not going to modify their chassis at all for their electric. Oh, Merch is making up time there. They're not going to modify their chassis for electric, so the gas chassis and the electric chassis will be the same. They're claiming that's a bit better for the ecology, in the sense they're not going to be wasting another platform for the fully electric cars. As a matter of fact, if you're loaded, and none of us are, I'm sure, in this group, you can get an i8, and the i8 limo, BMW limo, is the same price for gas and electric. Unfortunately, that same price is $107,000 Canadian, which is probably about 150 American. God knows how many euros. It's just a big number. But it's kind of cool that they kept the exact same chassis cars, so the car looks exactly the same, whether it's a gas or an electric car, even down to the hump in the center of the vehicle, and it doesn't have a frunk. They put, I don't know what they put in the front, but they maybe with batteries or whatever, because even the 4-wheel drive does not have any storage in the front. So maybe they put batteries up there because they maintained, of course, their primary design feature is 50-50 weight distribution at rest for a BMW. Not to be, whoa, Merch just about lost it there. Got a little anxious. 50-50 within 1% of 50-50 weight distribution at rest. So that's a design feature of all BMWs, if you did not know, and they keep that going for the electric cars. And I'm probably going to have to wait a year or a year and a half for my I-4 35, which is called Drive 35 or something. All electric, 350 kilometer range, 330 horsepower, and that is the lowest horsepower in the I-4 electric. So it's going to be fun to drive. Looking forward to getting that someday. That will trade in the convertible for that summer. Anyway, let's get back to the race here. How are things going up front? We are watching that, and how is Jeremy and Shannon and Torrance are still just lapping along here within under a second of each other, just waiting for anybody to make a mistake. So it looks like the pit stops are going to be the interesting thing here. We're on lap 4. Looks like people are going to lapping around. If I'm looking at the times there, looks like Kevin laps in about the 10th lap. And there's Jeremy lap. Jeremy is going to looks like about the 12th lap is when he pits. So yeah, Merch is merrily going along there in the old BMW that I gave you such a long story on. He is within a half a second of Derek in push. So we've got all different cars, 2 McLarens, Jeremy and Saunders. And you've seen Saunders. Let's go inside Saunders and watch a little bit of his lap, how smooth he is. Watch that inside view for now, and maybe we'll watch an outside view just for fun to see these cars on the track. Jeremy was making a comment, maybe next year we will concentrate the GT4s on the shorter tracks, because these long straights for the GT4 are no fun. Not the quickest car. Let's just see what the top speed here is. 185 to 190, about 200 I guess they get, instead of the 260, 270 that the GT4s get. Let's just take a quick peek here and watch this in TV view, as I like to call it. Let's watch it. Of course, we've all been practicing on Silvertone for the races with GT3s. Silverstone's a beautiful track, and impeccable design, one of the classics, nice sweeping corners, a few technical spots, but you learn quickly how that even those chicanes and whatnot you can take at fairly high speed. So it's definitely a high-speed track. But these long sweeping corners, I believe, makes it a high aero track too. So there's a nice livery there. Let's take a peek at Derek's. I'll call it a Red Bull. It's not a Red Bull. Not a Red Bull livery. It's just flames and the Red Bull blue, I guess. Let's just watch that view of Derek. The sound doesn't come up too loud in this one. Oh, look at that Porsche just coming along. You can see how it leans into those corners. Next, we'll watch the BMW. Oop, did I hit the wrong? Oh, there's the BMW. Let's see what the other view looks like. Look at them from behind. Then they'll turn around and come back. There we go. That brilliant white BMW of Merch Panoff. And like this view shows long. Let's watch another corner too. It's pretty long views as you see them go off into the distance. Not a bad view if you're watching. Whoa! Merch had a little bit of a wiggle there. Got it back. It's definitely on the edge. Let's like this view better. And let's just go back and watch. Next is Jeremy in his McLaren. Nice blue, fairly simple livery. Look at that McLaren go. Might as well have some good pictures here while we're waiting for action to happen. There's a nice lean. That's a very stiff, you notice the Porsche was leaned into that corner a lot more. And now let's take a look at the Merc. Nice, another nice simple livery, red Merc. Not sure if I was on Discord listening to Aaron talk about he hadn't driven the Merc much and wanted a nice safe car. What did he say he was using before? I believe was a McLaren guy and said he wanted to pick something a little more tame, a little bit safer. Oh, it's not that much safer. He's having trouble with that corner. It's the second time he's gone off. That looks like he might lose a spot to... Yes, he does lose a spot to Torrance. Oh, sorry for my voice there again. My voice is much better than it was. But let's take a look inside here and see if Shannon takes a bite out of Torrance. Kevin? I think it's Kevin. Kenneth. Kevin. That's Kenneth. I'll just call him Torrance from now on. And is he going to make a move? Not really. Torrance went a little wide. Yeah, this might be a new car for Mr. Shannon, so he's having a little bit of trouble here and there. And look at what's coming up behind here. Look who can see the battle going there. Mr. Langlois made up very close to 4 seconds, so he's not given up yet in that little Alpine. Anyway, let's just watch this one. And Shannon again. Oh, that's a good battle. I think we're still side by side. Let's just take a look at that from above. Oh, Shannon's definitely... Some nice racing there. That was at least 3 corners there. They were side by side. Nice, nice, nice. Good control on everybody's part. Just make sure Shannon... see, look at that. Eric. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to look at Eric. Oop, back. Look how close Eric is. Langlois. So let's just watch him. I'll take a quick peek up on top here. Things are still, the podium are still a little spread out. And up ahead there is Jeremy, quite nicely in the 4th place. So since Eric, Mr. Langlois here, caught up 4 or 5 seconds, he should have a lot of pace on these 2 guys and should make short work of them. This is the corner that Shannon had trouble on, and he held it together there. Took it in a little slower, I guess. This long corner, you have to watch your throttle. Very easy to... there we go. Let's see if he's going to make this one stick. Where am I going here? Where is Eric? Oh, he's going into the pits. Oh, lost him there for a second. Oh, he went into the pits. Has he gone in early? Interesting. They are on lap 9. The pits must have just opened. I believe they opened 20 minutes in for 17 minutes. So yeah, Eric went in early. Oh, what's happening here with is that Bird? Who are we watching here? That is Langlois. Thought he was in the pits for a second there. Oh no, it's Shannon that's in the pits. So Langlois just stopped all of a sudden. Let's just go back here and see what happened. Go to driver view. I'm just going to back up a little bit just to see what transpired. Did he spin? Just hold on here. Is he all by himself at some point? Where is everybody? Something definitely happened here. Let's just back up. It was right here. This is where it happened, right here. Okay, there's Langlois going in, and he's got Torrance ahead of him. And just all of a sudden, just stopped. That was very weird. Something happened in real time, I guess. I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, well, that spreads things out pretty wildly. So Shannon is still in the pits. Jeremy is 19 seconds behind the podium. And here is our podium. Merch is got Derek in his sights, and Derek has got Saunders in his sights, but they've spread out quite a bit here. Langlois to wait for a section. There we go. He's 11 seconds behind Torrance. So people have spread out, and here comes Shannon's coming out of the pits. Wish I had a lap guide to see where everyone is. So the closest two are Ponoff and Bird. Ponoff just can't seem to make any time up on that Porsche. So this is going to come down to pit stops, I guess. We are 21 minutes in, approaching halftime. So we're going to start seeing people go into the pits, I think, pretty soon. We'll just try taking a peek. There looks like Ponoff goes in on lap 11. And what does Bird do? Bird goes in on lap 14, so he's going to stay out quite a bit longer. Saunders looks like he goes in on lap 13. So yeah, and Jeremy is going to go in on lap 12. So Jeremy had a little bit of trouble there. So yeah, it's going to be, everybody's taking different, quite different pit stops. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see where everybody comes out in terms of pit stops. It's our first pit stop race of the year. Let's just watch this from the TV view since there's nobody too close by. Yeah, first pit stop race. A few people were noticing and they hadn't practiced one before. Not much to it, just got to come in and stop. Thing is stopping exactly the right spot. I was just wondering whether Jeremy was going to have a trouble there. Let's watch him for a while. Let's just go watch Bird for a while. Or Bird for a while. Although, if we watch Merch, we'll get a peek at Bird every once in a while. Oh, nice drifting around that corner. Just beautiful. What was I going to say? What was I saying about pit stops? Yeah, stopping exactly on the flag is the issue there to save a second or two. Is what it takes. And the other little trick, if you don't know it, is to shut off your engine while you're there. You can automatically shut it off, but if you shut it off yourself and kind of coast into the pit stop flag, it saves a few seconds. I believe that is a trick anyway. And then you can start it up at any time while you're on the jacks. Looks like Ponoff is going to be going in. I should look at those lap times or get rid of that. Looks like Ponoff's going to be going in soon. We'll just keep an eye on everything here to see. Ooh, Ponoff went off wide. That corner is causing people problems if they're trying to catch up. If you don't hit that, if you hit that corner too quickly, go into that corner too hot, there is Ponoff. He's going to go in. So what the hell? Had a little bit of a problem there. There he goes down to 35 kilometers per hour on the speed lane. Okay, well, I don't need to watch him go into the pits because I don't think it even shows. No, it doesn't show anything. So, what was I saying about the pit stops? Anyway, so I guess he lost a second or two there, so to a little bit of waggle. So I said, I might as well go into the pits. And Bird is 2.6 seconds behind Eric. Let's go through the field here. Shannon, he had his pit stop already. Let's go up ahead. There is Torrance. So he is 7 seconds ahead of Shannon, but I do not believe Torrance has been in the pits yet. And that's Merch and Langlois. I don't believe he has pitted yet. Jeremy definitely has not. I think he is going to pit next lap. And there is to be interesting. The pit stop strategy for these two is going to be the one that's interesting. So maybe we should keep an eye on the two of them and we'll watch from here. Actually, I know what's going to happen. And Derek's going to stay out for a while. And let's just take a peek here. Saunders is going to take one more lap. So Saunders is going to go in before Bird. Interesting. Just watch Bird. And we can watch it on the TV cam. So Saunders should go in next lap, I believe. I Nice wide, fast corner. There's the start-finish line. Saunders didn't go in that time, did he? No, he's ahead there. We'll just watch. Maybe we'll drive in with Saunders and watch him enter the pits in a second or two. Just love watching this Porsche. Got a little bit of a softer suspension, I think, on this one because he leans more into the corners. You would notice there, see that leading edge leans into that corner a bit more than some of the other cars. Beautiful helicopter view there. And those cable camera runs. In real life, you see them cameras on cables. I'm going to switch over to Saunders and see if he goes in the pits. McLaren looks beautiful in those colors. Very sharp looking on the camera. I don't know if you can get where they would have track cuts on Silvertone. Everybody seems to go wide on that corner. It's not there for sure. I don't think I've had a track cut in practice on at Silvertone. A little bit of a British motif to the back of his livery, Saunders does. Blue tires, a little bit of a blue accent. Let's just see if he pits. Or are we on the track here? Coming up to the last few corners. And he does pit. There he goes. So let's just see. I don't know how long pit stops are penalized. Let's see what speed he's got. He hits 25 kilometers per hour. Very conservative going into the pits. Very conservative. Okay, so Mr. Bird is now, and looks like Jeremy has pitted. Has he? Or did Jeremy have trouble? And let's just take a quick peek. I'll come right back to him. Yes, he did pit. So Jeremy's pitted also. So Torrance and Pawnoff, I don't believe, have pitted yet. Let's just take a quick look at Pawnoff. No. Oh yeah, has he pitted? Has he pitted? Let's go have a look at his life. Yes, he has pitted. All right, so the only one hasn't pitted is Bird. And looks like he will pit. Let's just take a peek. It's nice to be able to cheat here and see what happens. He is going to pit on the next lap. So he saw Saunders pit. Let's just see where they come out after the... We'll just watch him here. And we'll see where they come out after the pit stops. And once the section times catch up with everybody, we'll see what kind of gaps we have. Saunders still in the pit? Yes, he's come out now. And is he still in second? I'm not sure. Because that may be an issue with the... he's on the way of checking. Let's just see car ahead. Yes, he is. He's still in second place. Now the question is going to be, will Bird come out ahead of him in the pits? Now, as we know, GT4 does not have tire warming in the pits, so when you come out of the pits, you are cold tires. And you know how much fun that is with the GT4s. So here he comes, coming into the pits. Let's just see how he does on his pit entry. And there he goes. There he goes. Ooh, he's coming in pretty hot. And nicely done. 32 kilometers per hour. Oh no, but he's in second. He went over in second. He was in second, and I think he went over. Now I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I did take a peek. Derek is going to get a 30-second stop and go for that. What happened was he went into first and somehow touched his shifted into second, and his pit limiter came off, and so he jumped about 60 kilometers all of a second. He's going to be, I know he's very pissed off about that. He mentioned it in Discord. Kind of a bad mistake. I'm sure he wishes that hadn't happened for sure. All right, let's just take a look now. So that means Saunders is in first place because he's still on the track. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's pit lane. Let's see if Derek is coming out yet. No, he isn't. So we're going to see. There he goes. So let's see where Saunders comes out. I can hear that. Oh, look at this coming out of the pits. Oh, I'm glad I had caught that. Side by side. Is Derek going to be ahead? Woohoo! Pretty cool. So, oh, side by side, they touch, and Derek hit the brakes a little bit because he knew he was in the wrong there. Didn't want to do a bump pass. Oh, he did do a bump pass. Oh, who went ahead? That's that Ponoff that went ahead. Yes, it is. Oh, this has got certainly very exciting. Now, is Derek going to give up his position? I'm not sure. Let's just take a peek. It was not that many exciting things have happened here. So let's just back up. Find a good view here. Ooh, let's just back up and put it on Derek. Nice to be able to back up when we want. So this is him coming out of the pits. Just go to a high view. There we go. I might as well follow it from here. He's coming out of the pits. Isn't this exciting? You don't see this very often. So battle for coming out of the pits. Now Derek has got cold tires. Saunders maybe had a lap and a half on those tires of his. But Burr's definitely got an advantage there. He's got the inside line, but could not hold it. Cold tires did that to him. And it was a bit of a bump on Saunders. I think he should have given that place back. And, of course, Ponoff took advantage of all of them. And he is now in first place. So I'm not sure if Derek believes he should give that one back. He may in the next little while. There is Saunders. And just follow along in with Saunders. Derek has got very cold tires. As you can see, he's gone wide there on that one. And there he is. Yes, I knew Derek would give it back. He gave that spot back because he was a bit of a bump pass. Good, smart move in the sense to not give it away right away and keep some momentum going on a better part of the track to give that up. Now, see, he's not that far behind Saunders. Great racing on both their parts, Derek's part. Smart move. We all know how smart Mr. Bird is. He's not up there in the standings in all his races for nothing. And there goes his 30-second stop and go, and he's probably just seen it now and swearing his English head off. Very upsetting, I'm sure, because he is on podium and likely to stay there. He's like 26 seconds ahead. Saunders is 26 seconds ahead of fourth place. So let's just go down the field here. So we are on board with Derek. There is Torrance. He's 20 seconds behind. Jeremy is 8 seconds behind him. Shannon is 8 seconds behind Jeremy. Oh, sorry, 3 seconds behind Jeremy. And Eric is 9 seconds behind Shannon. Now everybody has pitted, so this is it till the end of the race. We are at minute 34, so we have 16 minutes to go. 16? 50-minute race, yeah, 16. And I know things tighten up here because I took a peek at the end of the race. So there's a few things happening here. So don't go away. Ooh, Shannon's all over the place here. Really pushing hard because he sees Jeremy up ahead. And would like to get into fifth place, I guess. Remember the standings, I believe, let me think again. It's Bird, Ponoff, and Jeremy in third place. On board here with Shannon and Merck. Let's see, just watched him. We mentioned that Shannon may be new to the Merc. Look at the size of that hood on that Merc. You just barely see over the top of it. massive hood, like an old 1950s car. He's making some ground up on Jeremy, I think. Let's just see how hard he's working this car. There's bumps. I think not working the Silvertone has some really nice bumps, and the force feedback makes you jump in the car. Let's see if he has to correct around the corner. On the throttle. Nice job. This is the corner he's been having trouble with. Just see how he takes it. This is my braking point right there. No, this is not the corner he has trouble with. It's a high speed one. Nice job here. This one is, if you don't take the corner well, you can end up with over rotation. He is not having to correct through his corner, so it's on the edge, but not super on the edge. Corner right here. Slam on the brakes as soon as you hit that spot. A little bit of trail braking into this corner. And then same thing in this one. Slam on the brakes and then trail brake through. Hit the throttle and just floor it till the end of this straight. This corner is 100% throttle. With this car anyway. These cars. Are we making up time a little bit? 3.3 seconds. This is the corner he seems to have some trouble with. Good job there. It's kind of an interesting corner. It's got a kind of a curvature, tightens up halfway through it. But you can take it quite fast into the corner, and then the curvature tightens up right at the end. 3.3. Ooh, Saunders is catching up with on-off, and it looks like Bird is taking his 30-second. He might actually be in the pits now. It looks like he's taking his 30-second. Sorry, he's taking his 30-second drive-through penalty, and he's just fuming, I believe. I'm sure, because he is in first place in the standings. So. Merch is going to take over, I believe, first place if things stay pretty much like this. Saunders is really pushing it hard. He was, don't forget, he was leading for quite a while. He's also the pole sitter, and he is making moves on Merch. Shannon's falling a little bit behind to Jeremy. Take a peek at where Torrance, and Jeremy is 8 seconds behind Torrance, and watch to see how his gap goes. And McLaren is certainly, Jeremy and Saunders are really doing some good work and with this McLaren. McLaren's a good car for this track. Hey, British car, British track. There you go. He's in within a second here now. So he's coming into this corner. Just tap on the brakes here. Shift the weight a little bit. Much want a little wide. That's no big deal. Carried a lot of speed. Final corner. And go right through the chicane. The chicane's not that much of an issue. And this corner, you really got to get a nice exit. It's such a long straight. You need to carry your speed. Let's just see how the McLaren does on the BMW. On the straight, does it catch up with him? It looks like the BMW pulled away a little bit there. And looks like what's happening here. Shannon's losing ground to Jeremy a little bit. But Jeremy is definitely catching up to Mr. Torrance. Let's just see Jeremy here. Another McLaren, looked like the same dash. He is looking at Torrance. You can see it, taste it, can feel it. So Shannon is held behind a little bit. I believe he was 4 seconds behind, so he's struggling a little bit with that Merc. Catch up. But Saunders is the battle here for sure. First and second place. Glad to see we're going to have a battle. 7 people on track, so it could have been a boring race. But oh, Merch looked like he had a little bit of trouble there, and having trouble on this corner also. Ooh, that's going to cost him. He's got Saunders right up his tail right now. pulled away a little bit there, but definitely got out of sorts on that sharp right-left-hander combination. Saunders can taste it now. He's sort of had pole, should be able to get top of the podium. It's patience on this corner, patience, patience. And there you go, there you go. Hold at full speed. Jeremy is catching up to Torrance. He's 5.5 seconds. He was 8 for a while, wasn't he? So Murch is doing pretty good here. He's holding off Saunders, even though he had a little bit of a trouble. And this is the corner he had the trouble on, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry. Close to this corner. That last corner is kind of interesting when you have to sacrifice your speed a little bit to get a good exit on that right-hander and then follow in this left-hander so you can get full speed, full throttle as fast as possible for this straight. It looks like the BMW again is pulling away from the McLaren on the long straight here. I'm sure all these corners have names, but I didn't look them up today. There's a little bit of a slide there by the BMW. And the McLaren made a little bit of ground here. In that one. Sharp left-hander, followed by not so sharp right-hander. I was having trouble on this corner in terms of getting a good exit. And so again, it's another corner where your exit on that corner has a big bearing on how well you do on this straight. And this corner is just a beautiful corner. You just tap on the brakes a little bit to get a little bit of grip. And the GTW, I cannot take that corner at full throttle. I can't just let up on it. I have to give a little bit of a tap to the brakes. And Saunders is definitely catching up to Murch here now. Torrance has a drive-through. That has got to be a track cut issue. Whoa, that's a big issue. That's a big one. So, that drive-through. Yeah, that's a track cut. Drive-through is a track cut, isn't it? Track cut issue. There's got to be some corners where you get track cuts. I don't know where they were. I had one. Maybe I'm not pushing hard enough. Oh, that's a big, big event. He'll be pissed off. Also, he's had podium today. Torrance did, and now he is going to lose it with that drive-through. He's going to be able. He will probably drop to at least 6th place here because 4th, 5th, and 6th are 3, 8, and 5 seconds apart. There, look at what his gap was before. I don't know how much time he's making up. So Torrance has 4 laps to serve his drive-through, and there's about 6 laps left. Saunders has got to be getting a little anxious here. He might have been playing it patient up to now, but with only 6 laps to go, how many minutes here does it look like on his screen? 43 minutes, so 17 minutes. So sorry, 50 minutes. So 7 minutes to go. He'll be seeing that on his screen saying, hey, I'm going to make some moves here. The race is coming to a conclusion, so we definitely need to do something on Murch. We did not take a peek at who won. Murch seems to go wide in that corner. We just had to try and keep it in there. What if that's one of the corners you can get a track cut on? Murch has to be careful on. See if Murch had traction control he is on. Yeah, he's also on traction control. I just watched this little battle from a TV perspective for a while. Is this TV or is this helicopter? I think it's helicopter. Oh, Saunders is really using the whole track. Is he taking a peek there? Is he that close? Not really that close. He's just trying to get on Murch's head. Watch this from a TV perspective. Geez, you can barely, with that red livery, you can barely see his brake lights. Got a little bit of paint damage there with his on the side with his little altercation with Mr. Bird. So the podium will change. I'm sure Jeremy will be in third place soon once Torrance serves his drive-through. There's definitely, let's go back to a driver view. I can't believe that Torrance is playing it safe at this, Saunders is playing it safe at this point. There's not that much time left in the race. So it looks like Murch is just able to hold him off. Catches up. Let's just see where he catches up on the track. So here he is half second behind at least. Right here he catches up quite a bit. Let's see if he maintains his gap. Nope. BMW has a better acceleration coming out of that corner. The gap is back to where it was with this corner. Rich did a lot better job there. He went wide last time. Gap's pretty well maintained now. Maybe Saunders is catching up a little bit here. Let's see what happens. I think he catches up quite a bit on this. Ooh, there's a little bit of slippage there on Ponoff. Catches up on this corner every time. And let's just see what happens coming out of this corner. The BMW pulls away right on the acceleration zone. Coming out of the exit. Pulls away a little bit. Coming in here, let's see, this is the high-speed corner. Much a little bit more braking than he usually does there. Long corner with patience. Let's see what kind of exit he gets. Let's see what Ponoff takes off. See again, as soon as he hits the accelerator coming out of the corner, he just takes a little bit out of the McLaren. He's still pretty close here. March has been going wide here. Nice corner. Oh, he took a little bit of a bump. A tiny bit of sausage there, but didn't seem to hurt him too much. What are we doing in terms of time? 3 or 4 laps of this excitement going yet. I'm glad we've got a great battle here to watch. Let's see if he pulls away again on the exit. Ooh, got it on some grass. Oh, Murch! Ooh, I don't think he's going to be able to survive this. Look at that McLaren. Woo, closer than I thought. It's still side by side going into the corner. Murch has the inside line. Look at that. BMW definitely had grunt. He had lost that whole battle and then just took on the straightaway, was able to just keep his position. That is interesting. I think the McLaren would have more top-end speed because things are different in GT4. But yeah, that BMW just is something on the exits of corners. So, Saunders may have tried to brake a little bit late on that corner and couldn't hold it because he's lost a bit here in terms of his gap. And there we go. Torrance is serving his drive-through at this point. He's probably in the pits right now. Nope, he's back on the track now. So Jeremy is in third place. Good old Jeremy. Good old Jeremy. He loves just hanging in there. He's got great, and he's always up there in the top 10. Here we go again, within a half a second or less. And let's see how the BMW does on this straight. And McLaren took a little bit of a bite there out of his gap. And he usually catches up here on these corners. Oh, that one here on part of the track. Caught up a little bit here. And let's see if March pulls away on the straight again. Saunders really pushing it through that one. Let's just see. Yeah, could be getting a little bit of a... He's catching up or holding his own. Could have been getting a little bit of a draft there. He's pretty close. He's going to half a second there. He is half a second. Should be able to get some draft there. This is going to be a great ending, I'm pretty sure. Merch is a pretty... Ooh, he took a corner a little bit. Didn't seem to hurt him. There was no sausages there. That corner hit a little bit of dirt. Merch is a pretty cool customer. This pressure is not used to, including for podium. So, Derek. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, that's just as wide. That's wide. I looked away for a second to see where Derek and Torrance ended up. So Derek made a position because of Torrance's drive through there. He's currently in 6th place. That'll help his points a little bit. And he is not that far away from Monsieur Langlois. Let's just take a peek here. Ooh. And Langlois is not that far away from Shannon. So there's a little bit of a battle there too going on. Which we'll have to watch. We'll just watch both of them. Both these battles because we're getting close to the end here. Only about a lap and a half. Derek is definitely going to want to... Whoa! We go. Announcer's curse once again. Derek. Pushing really hard. And just lost it there. And so now it's going to be between Langlois and Shannon for 4th and 5th. Jeremy is comfortably in 3rd place. He'll be playing it cool. So he's just going to flip back and forth here between these two battles. Bird's still not that far behind, but was really caught up here. He's got some pace today. Langlois has had some trouble and he's caught up. Ooh, he went a little wide there. Oh, another announcer's curse. Oh, big hit. Big hit. And Bird's going to go past him. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Boy, lots of announcer's curses today. I like catching the incidents and seeing what happens, but I do not like it when it's just when you flip over. And that is definitely last 2 lap pushing a little too hard. Ooh, Merch. Ooh, went a little wide there. He caught it. I'm going to take it. Oh, I love this. I'm going to go back 5 seconds. I'm going to go back 10 seconds. And we're going to watch Merch catch this. Where is... Catch this. Slide. Here we go. This is a lot of fun. Way over. I want you. It didn't look that bad. It didn't look that bad on the screen. Oh well. Going here. A lot more exciting from back here. So I think that's it for battles now. It's just this two. I'm going to watch this right to the end. So where are we? We are going to be. This is the last lap, I believe. As long as I caught the whole race. I hate that when my timer runs out. Saunders is looking. He's looking. Coming to the inside. It was an outside-inside move. That BMW is quite impressive on exits of corners of the setup, at least that Merch has. It's great. He's able to pull away. Saunders just can't get by him. Don't forget, Saunders, I believe, was on pole and Pawnoff was 3rd. I mean, we didn't get to see what the gaps were in terms of qualification times, but and this might be, oh, Saunders is trying hard. A little bit of a wheel slip there, I think it sounded like. Is this going to be the checkered flag? I don't see it. Yes, it is. Checkered flag. So Pawnoff holds off Saunders. And that will be Jeremy coming in for his 3rd place podium finish. Nice job, Jeremy. Had a few little issues, but nice race in general. Nobody to vote for driver of the day here. I think I'd give it to Merch. He took advantage, had a great race, took advantage of some problems that Bird and Saunders had. Shannon was in last place for a long time, and he is brought himself up to 4th. And Derek ends up in 5th because of what? problems. Eric had problems. Torrance had his. And there he goes. Blue checkered flag for Jeremy. There's Shannon coming in. Let's just take a peek at the checkered flag for him. His checkered flag. And there's Derek. Wasn't very far behind 4th place. He had a number of problems. Made up a lot of time. And there's Mr. Langrois. Coming around the last corner. And there is his checkered flag. And last but not least, Mr. Torrance, Mr. Torrance is already in the pits. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. That was kind of a fun race. Not expecting great excitement when there's only 7 guys on, but we had a great race. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a good time. I did too.